as all of the events of this type, there's a lot of time that we're trying to hold on to. We're creating the additional intrigue and additional suspense. So we wanted to play a bit with your nerves and do the same. And first of all, we would like to express our gratitude to all of the partners and all of the people who presented. So have a round of applause for all of you. And now I do hope, with even more line of applause, we would like to invite the jury to join us here. And we're opening the envelope, let us say it like this, but it's not an envelope, so everything has already been counted. So we would like to invite Hugh Davis to announce us with the first winner. Dziękuję wam dużo.
So I have the honor to announce the first winner, which is Regulatory Map.
So you have to have the check. Take the check. So please support the Regulatory Map of Ukraine team. And the next winner is going to be announced by Alexander. Well, I think that everyone is expecting for all of the results, but I would like to say that this project, and I would like to emphasize on this project, I have strong belief in this project, and I do know it's going to be really successful. So that is why I would like to wish all of these colleagues their success, and I believe that's the Monitor Estate project. Congratulations to you, the next team and the next winner, and we would like to continue our award ceremony, so please, Maxim Darkin, it's now your winner is next. There's a big responsibility that comes with a lot of money. Prozora infrastructure. So we can pick on going. So Victor, you're the one to be the next to announce the next winner. We have been impressed by this story about Petro the farmer. And we do not want our bees to be flying in with the gas protection. So congratulations to the Greenwald team. So the happy faces of the winners are going to be having more happy faces on the stage, as far as you've already noticed, and it's not going to be just as simple. I would like to invite 2 more members of our jury, Katarina and Denis, to tell us who's going to be the next winner. And this is not quite a standard surprise for all of us. So what kind of a surprise is that? Well, you know, when we have more jury members than the prizes, the awards that we can grant, then we have thought that we can choose 2 teams, each of which will have 250,000 hryvnias. Those are the teams of the Lviv City Helper and Nora. So it's a double surprise. Join us here. So once again, we're congratulating all of the teams who participated in this, and all of the winners. There's 6 winning teams. So the winners, while you're having your photo session, smile for the cameras. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the final of the Open Data Challenge, the second Open Data Challenge. And we will have even a more serious continuation of this project, because we're going to have the Open Data Awards. I wouldn't say it will be more serious, let us say, but let us say the same interesting and the same fascinating. So, dear friends, thank you very much for conducting this part, and we would like to invite you to join us in the audience, because it's going to be also interesting. But you know what is the most interesting thing for me, because I was listening to you and I was supporting those teams, and those teams that I've supported were the winners. That was justices. But we're keep on continuing our ceremonies, and we're just congratulating to the winners, and I would like to tell you that you can take your places back in the audience. So while everyone is coming back to their seats, I would like to also once again remind you that we have another award ceremony. The exciting award ceremony implies the Open Data Awards. This is the annual ceremony of awarding of the leaders of the industry in Ukraine. So there are very specific people and governmental bodies and organizations and mass media. The second year in a row, the representatives of civil societies and the jury have awarded the awards in 5 nominations throughout a couple of weeks. The civil society nominated the institutions that are helping us to provide the open data values into life. So once again, I'd like to introduce you with the jury. So please, Alexander Ryzhenko, you already know him from today, the head of the State Agency on E-Governance of Ukraine. Petru Matiashaku, the head of the of the TAPAS project. Olana Ursul, the coordinator of the project and the program of development, the UNDP in Ukraine, but she will listen to us. Fiona Smith, the head of the Open Data Institute from the UK, here she is. And we also have Oleksiy Ivankin, the founder of the Open Data Boat, and the last year's winners of the Open Data Awards. So let us start. I do believe we're all nervous, and trust me, I'm also very nervous, but I know all the winners already. But no corruption and no lobbyism in the Open Data Society and Open Data community. So no corruption, no lobbying of the interest, only the raw numbers. So open data, social impact, for the highest social impact on the usage of open data. The finalists of the project, the BRDO, Office of the Effective Management Dozoro System, the Clarity Project, and Declarations.com UA. And in order to announce the winner of this award, I would like to invite Oleksiy Ivankin. Our hearts are beating really fast, and we would really like to know who the winner is.
And I don't know. And I know. Okay. Nice. Well, do you know who that could be? Who could that be? One of them, right? So I shouldn't delay. So, dear friends, let's greet with applause the Office of the Efficient Regulation, BRDO. So in a couple, the creation of the inspectional portal, where even now at the pilot stage there are more than 1.5 thousand inspectors working out of 23 inspection agencies, which have already had more than 40,000 results of the checks at the enterprises and organizations. Hooray! Oh, it's really a very exciting moment. We're really thankful for you that we hear the jury for such a high assessment, for such support, and the figures which were just mentioned is only the beginning. We will try every day to open more and more data for all of the civil activists and just interested citizens, insurance companies, banks, and just the fair business to feel comfort in the world of open data. Join us through the Open API and we'll work together with you for the good of Ukraine. Thank you so much. Thank you, and we greet you, the Office of Efficient Regulation, BRDO. Have success and impress us next year and during this year too. Let's make a picture of them. I dream of that. We have a photographer here, so please stand together and please smile, friends. We have the prize, so we are smiling. Let's smile because we're worth it. Office of Efficient Regulation, BRDO, thank you. Together with you, we'll make more. Okay, let's move on. And also a very interesting nomination, which is the nomination of Open Data Business Award for the most efficient use of open data for the transformation of business. And I will mention that the finalists of this nomination are three of them: Prozoro Sales, Sitem, and Prozoro. So, a person who is already at the stage, we invite him to speak. He's to the left of me, so Mr. Petro Matiashek, so he will announce who is the winner. Do you know who is the winner? Or you also will tell Yanino, would you whisper in my ear? You don't know that, but I do know. Okay, friends, let's greet. A couple of words. Let them be nervous a bit. You know, because you have a mic, so it's really pleasant to give the prize in this nomination, because as many people know, when I could tell about the open data, about the services and so on, very often I tell that I emphasize that open data is the reason for the investments into Ukraine. And now I invite to the stage. But do we have music for that majestic reason? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the prize for the transparency of e-sales of the arrested property are coming to Sitem. I'll tell you, dear friends, 6.3 billion is the sum of the sold assets, more than 1 billion is the sum of the voluntary assets, and more than 1,000 vehicles into the ATO zones for the children's houses. So all of that is done by you. Thank you, thank you. Honestly speaking, it's unexpected, because all of the projects which have been presented here were really cool, and we are glad that together with all of the teams, we are moving to open more data. Thank you again. Thank you, and we greet you with that. And now please come to the audience, as it's told, in the terminal of Borispil Airport. And now we're moving on, the nomination which I'm waiting for so much, because this panel was also a very exciting one. The nomination of Open Data City Award for the highest standards of the publishing of open data by the city governance bodies. So the finalists are the Lviv City Council, Dnipro City Council, Vinnytsia City Council, and Drohobych City Council. And now the winner will be named by... What do you think? Who could that be? Drogobic City Council, sure. The winner of Open Data City Award. You knew that you win? Oh, I took off my jacket because I didn't know that we win. I will add a bit. You will ask why. Why did they get the prize? The people who voted, they explained why they did it. Because in the nomination they showed, because Drogobic is... And now you should be blushing because it's written in my script. So, because Drogobic is the most progressive city in the sphere of the use of open data and the opening of those data sets, the use of which has the positive economic effect for the city. This is about you. Thank you. But a very important thing is to mention that in our life, the person cannot do on his or her own. There is always people who help. So thanks to the project of Tapas that they trained us, let's thank to state management and governance that they pushing that in Ukraine forward. And I show to all of the towns and cities that we've broken the door and now we can get here. So when at the 7th grade we were playing in the finals of the football championship, we were so afraid. We had a very strong competitor. But the trainer, the coach, came to us and said, I'm not interested why you are so afraid. I'm interested what you did to achieve the result. Golden words. I mentioned about one of the story. I have a good friend and we met in one company and everybody said, look, this guy was working in Bloomberg. He's on top of the IT world of Bloomberg. And I said, where did you get to know how to achieve that? And he said, in Drogobic. So thank you, I greet you, don't stop on the achieved results. So the next nomination is Open Data Leader Award for the highest personal achievements in the development of open data. The finalists are on the stage: Nadia Babinska, Oksana Markarova and Alexei Sobolev. And now, not to have such a responsibility as I had during the previous nomination, Mr. Rizhenkov felt that and he came closer to me to the stage. You know who that is? I'll get to know it thanks to you. Okay, then I may name, ladies and gentlemen, a woman whom I'm following and observing for lots of years, and a woman about whom my husband, who used to be the Deputy Minister of Finance, Vladimir Litvin, said, I am for her not because she's from Kyiv-Mohyla Academy, but because she's the most perspective, not a politician, but state official who will do as much as possible in that ministry. Please greet Oksana Markarova, the appointed acting Minister of Finance of Ukraine. I will tell you why you're getting this award. Because from the very beginning, Oksana Markarova is the driver and stimulator for the implementation and the projects of e-data, the biggest database of open data on the use of public costs. Now she is driving the issue of the model of open budget for the citizens. All of that is Ms. Markarova. We greet you. I thank you so much for such an award and honor. In fact, when I yesterday saw the finalists, I thought that I will be glad even if I win or if anybody else wins, because all of the three are really worthy winners. As for the e-data, when I came from business to the Ministry of Finance, it was December 2014 with Natalka Yaresko. Those were not fun times, everybody remembers that. And I was trying to search for something for my soul, but the hard financial work and treasury transactions and those reforms which have to be implemented, I'm really glad that I was so lucky, because there was the whole line of activists who were working on this idea for lots of years. I saw here Volodymyr Ternay, Viktor Taran, Sergei Karelin. So then there was the law adopted and we had to create this resource. And I even was more lucky because my team, with the head of Alexander Sholok and Anastasia Rozlutska and Olga Galitska, joined this team. Nobody believed that on the 15th of September 2015 we would open this portal. So what we did during the 3 months, they did, not me. I only inspired them or rushed them and helped them a bit. This is also an incredible piece of work, and we're also so happy and lucky that now we have the State Institution of Open Public Finance, and we have the second Alexander, who is Alexander Komoros, who together with Yevgen Kodakh joined this work and made it, so to say, irreversible. This reform is already part of our bureaucratic system, and not a single person can close the open data. Each transaction of the Treasury is online for the next day, and each citizen and community can see how the state budget is spent. So now we have the following task facing. We hope that it will be accomplished on the 15th of September too. This is the next module, the open budget. No pressure. I know that not everything is ready, but still, I'm feeling that soon we'll open it, and on the 15th of September we'll add to our portal of expense the total openness of our revenues and profits. Thank you, we greet you, you are worth it, believe me.
Oksana Markarova, the acting head of the Ministry of Finance of Ukraine. And friends, we continue with the next nomination, the Open Data Government, for the higher standards of publishing the open data by the central governmental bodies. Please welcome our finalists. You can see that. The Verkhovna Rada Ukraine, the Parliament of Ukraine. So the associations with the Parliament of Ukraine, we have really bad applauses, like my favorite title name, the hard-working deputy MPs. But okay, it's not about this one. I've learned who are the nominees, and they've told me, like, it's not about the MPs. It's a bit different. But then again, Verkhovna Rada of Ukraine, the Department of the Public Procurements of the Ministry of Economical Development and Trade of Ukraine, and Ministry of Ecology and Natural Resources of Ukraine. And I would like to invite Fiona Smith to join. So you came up to me. So Fiona, please. Like, do you know who the winner is?
No. But it's very simple.
Але це дуже хороше, дуже просто все сказати.
Let's do it together.
Давайте разом. Верховна Рада України. So the Parliament of Ukraine, Verkhovna Rada Ukraine, you may ask them why, and we will tell you why. Because in the last years, the Parliament of Ukraine has made a significant step on opening the data on their work. There's more than 500 new data sets that are following the updated A35 decree, so you can Google it. If you have the internet, you can find all of the legislation based on the portal of the legislation in place, the lists of the MPs, and the daily agenda. And as journalists, with the help of the Parliament of Ukraine side, we are always following who have missed the assembly, who initiated the draft law, that comes to my studio and doesn't know what is the draft law about. And this is something that is happening also. And this is all because of the portal of the Parliament of Ukraine, Verkhovna Rada Go.ua. Thank you very much. It's all because of our joint work together with the state agency on e-governance and with Opora, the civil network. I'm really grateful to all of our partners, and I do believe that the vice decision of the jury, we so seldomly have the awards. Actually, we only have the complaints. So for me and my team, it's an additional stimulus, and I do believe that we'll continue working on the portal of the open data, and with our joint efforts, we will increase the usability of the portal. And just take a look at how many our partners have already created additionally analytical applications. You will find everything on that, on the activity of the MPs, on the votings of the MPs, why they vote for that, when do they vote, and we still have a lot of potential to cover, and we will continue moving forward together. Thank you, congratulations to you. And we can now easily say if the members of parliament worked as good as you, I think that everything would have been much better in our country. So thank you once again. Congratulations to all of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, our award ceremony is coming to the end, but it won't be a good thing if we would not once again express our gratitude to our partners. A round of applause to all of our partners. So, the media partners, the informational agency Interfax Ukraine. the Business Ukraination, and the first business television channel. So thank you once again for joining us here today. And you know, Ms. Markarova has said very important things, and I'm going to post it on Facebook as a motto of the event that we have today. What she said was very important. The reform of the open data and our initiatives has already been started, and it's irreversible. And this one thing that I really would like to wish to all of us. I really want to have all of the things and every level of Ukrainian governments, the irreversible things. And then in the backpack of the history, you're going to take it with you, or you're going to leave your post, but someone who is going to be after you will work with that. So we are closing our forums. Thank you for joining us here today. It was a pleasure for us to work with you, and we'll be pleased to see you next year. Have all the best and all the success, and we would like to invite you to the celebratory cocktail. Thank you.